you.
Right.
One of my difficulties with therapy is that it has internalized some of the most basic emotions like rage and fear. You know, you couldn't live a day if you didn't have fear because you couldn't cross the street. You'd miss the. But therapy calls fear or internalizes it, and it becomes anxiety. And anxiety has no object. So fear is essential for recognizing what there is in the world to be afraid of, whether it's political or, you know, from the cops or from criminals or from decay of our social structures or our environmental structures. There are things to be afraid of, and you should be afraid. If you're not afraid, and if it's called anxiety, you think there's something wrong with you. I'm anxious. But I'm not anxious. I'm actually afraid of what the government could do. I'm afraid of the trees dying. This makes me afraid. And that is a taking the emotion out from inside and as anxiety and placing it in its concrete reaction to the world. It's very similar to the one of rage. You know, what is this rage I feel over so much that happens? Well, if I take it to my therapist and we talk about it as, you know, I'm hostile, I'm angry, whatever happened to me in the past, I have a lot of emotion but maybe the rage is outrage. Maybe it wants to be out. Maybe it is a political reaction to the world, to what's going on. Aristotle said a very famous sentence, man is by nature a political animal. Now, we look in therapy at a person and say, he's a sexual animal or he's a relational animal or whatever, and that work we go at. But do we go at his being a political animal and that part of his instinctual life is political? And if that instinctual life isn't paid attention to, he can be disordered. You've got to be political to be a full animal being. And to be a full animal being means you have to know when you're afraid of the government or of whatever, and you have to know very well when you are furious, when you are angry, when you are enraged, not because you're a hostile person or a paranoid person or all those other explanations of what's wrong with the soul inside the body, but because the soul inside the body is connected to the world and finds true objects to be enraged about and to be afraid of.